Now for the front, we have some driveway space that's going to be added right here for a vehicle trailer. And then some driveway space that's going to be added through here. Any of these rocks could get excavated and set to the side for use. That'd be cool. And this goes in. And then there's going to be a garage added over here. Man, look at all that goat shit. That's a lot. Cool, cool. Good stuff. Nice fertilizer for the trees. I might even eat into this forest a little bit because it is pretty swallowed up. But we could also add some cool shrubs down the side here, some native perennials, you know, kind of landscape around the garage as we see that take shape. And then again, you know, have some nice landscaping in around this Japanese maple here in the front. There already is some existing elements there, but adding to it and making sure it looks clearly defined with a different set of mulch. And then maybe some light landscaping in around here, so it kind of looks like it's framed and well maintained right along the roadside. Probably add in a few shrubs, maybe some oak leaf hydrangea or some interesting things like that. Nothing too crazy. We don't want it to look like it's you know, some kind of McDonald's parking lot kind of style landscaping. Nothing like that. Just very natural native plants, kind of blends in with everything else. And then over here, we have these really cool rock outcroppings, adding in some low-growing ferns, some carex, some foam flower, nice drought-tolerant things that are going to deal with the dry shade and just not hide the rocks, but accentuate them, and maybe have a little pocket garden right here where it's very, very visible. Other than that, just maintaining a lot of this as natural woodland. And, you know, as part of maintenance, keeping the wisteria and the grapevines and the porcelain berry and the Virginia creeper and the poison ivy and all that crazy junk that's growing up here like wild. Keeping that back and letting it be a nice open woodland area. Kind of gives some nice negative space to the design. Other than that, that's pretty much the extent. I mean, that's still quite a bit of work. One other thing we could do is in an area that feels very intentional, we could take up some of the rocks in this path and make it match the path that's going to go in the backyard. And maybe we could have some rocks come out from right about here, some flagstone, right about here to kind of come out to this garden like it's inviting you in a little bit. We could also kind of run that over here depending on where the enclosed trailer is going to be. But that way it just looks very, very intentional, very, very nice. Adds to the overall look of the house and doesn't look like it's too forced. We just have to be careful about that. Well, a lot of this is just maintaining a clear environment, because already there's a beautiful garden of sorts that exists here. It's just the garden is up here in the canopies of these trees, and everywhere is pretty choked up with roots, which is not necessarily a bad thing. We just want to make sure it's properly managed.